Hello, welcome to Labor News at Work. Today is May the 21st, 2025. I'm Merrick Masters. You can follow me at my email address, YouTube channel. The subject of today's talk is Starbucks Workers United Organizing Update, UAW Update, an update on manufacturing and auto employment, and auto sector layoffs in the United States and across the globe in selected companies. Starbucks workers go on strike. Starbucks workers, Starbucks United workers, have been trying to organize the workforce of Starbucks for several years now and succeeded in organizing a small percentage of them. And a group of those that have been organized went on strike to protest a new policy that was issued to change the dress code. I really think that this is symptomatic of a coddled generation at work. There are better things to strike over than this, but be that as it may, the fact of the matter is that only a handful of the 210,000 workers plus in Starbucks in the United States have voted to join a union, and there is yet no contract to represent those unions in the workplace. Here's some updates on the election status that have been held over the past several years of unions in the Starbucks workforce. And here's a map from the Starbucks Workers United website of the geographical concentration of the unionized workers. And you can also see a timeline. There's been a slowdown in organizing, which is to be expected. There's always an initial burst and then a slowdown, but it has failed to gain, I would say, nationwide traction. Turning to the United Auto Workers, what you notice now is that its major dissident faction, the Unite All Workers for Democracy, voted at the end of April to dissolve itself. And this raises the question of what will replace the UAWD, which was really at the tip of the spear in fighting the entrenched administrative caucus that was overturned substantially in the 2023 elections in the UAW that resulted in Shawn Fain assuming the presidency. There have been a lot of divisions internally within the United Auto Workers, and some subject to review on the part of the government-appointed monitor because of alleged abuses of power within the United Auto Workers by its leadership. Union membership and financial data, there's some reports here that I provided. Union membership has been flat for a considerable period of time, and the United Auto Workers, after having declined from about 700,000 in 2001 to less than 400,000 today. And this is a significant decline from its peak membership in the late 1970s of 1.5 million workers. Disbursements, what you can see from this is that the orange line is the income that they derive from membership dues, the tax on membership, and fees. The blue line is the amount of money that they spend on compensating officers and employees, including their benefits. As you can see, at times the orange line barely exceeds the blue line, which suggests that its member-based income barely pays for the compensation of its regular workforce. This suggests that there is little room when you get done paying for the people themselves to engage in other activities from member-based income, and that unions have to rely, this union in particular has to rely on other sources of income in order to provide services to rank and file. U.S. manufacturing employment has been relatively flat, declined considerably since the late 1990s. Motor vehicle parts and motor vehicle employment similarly has declined from the late 1990s. Its trough was in the recession part of the 2000s, 2008 through 2010. And there's been a slight uptick in motor vehicle employment, but very slight. And what remains to be seen is what will happen as a result of Trump tariffs in the auto industry, which affect the big three auto companies heavily. Here is a list of selected auto industry layoffs. The source that I got this from has provided. These are companies that have sites in the U.S., and it's over a recent period of time. And you can see that this is not just their layoffs in the U.S., but elsewhere as well, that there have been a significant number of layoffs, that the industry is still in a difficult state of transition due to the shift to electrical vehicles and the ramifications of that and the influx of Chinese competition. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Stay tuned for more. This is a little bit about myself. You can look forward to hearing more updates about labor at work in the near future. Thank you and have a good day.